Well, if there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, it is the city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of rock legends of the past, another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Machine Ali on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Complete Derrick Henry. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, here's Lamar. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson keeping it himself. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he works this down to the 41. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
And the Baltimore first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Baltimore.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the pistol, Henry. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Running once more with Henry. This is ahead for about 5. Big Mason Graham engulfing that play.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He's gonna tuck it and run. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's gonna be 1st and goal now.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Motioning one of the tight ends. Hill. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers out front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
It is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out, entering the league as a 3rd-round pick, Brock, and one of college football's all-time passing leaders, Dillon Gabriel.
Not hyperbole at all. To call Dillon Gabriel's collegiate career one of the most productive in the sport's history. He set a ton of records across UCF, Oklahoma, and ultimately at Oregon, and I can't wait to watch the lefty sling it in the NFL.
Offense to the line, trips left, here comes 1st and 10. Looking to throw this one, Gabriel. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it! And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
Big play to start the game. Defense comes out firing. It's 2nd and long. From the gun, Gabriel. That's complete to Tillman, outright. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Rolling on 3rd down, Gabriel. Tillman down the field, and he's got it. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So we thought he was beat deep and was going to give up the catch anyway. The interference call did indeed come out. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. That'll be the end of 1 in this AFC North battle. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Gabriel here from the gun. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bajorquez, to handle it. The Ravens, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. And
you know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. And he gets him around 6 there. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Away from one. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Ravens with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Drop this one down for Henry. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Lamar's going to keep this one. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Kate, I think we're seeing the exact same thing, that look of exasperation on the coach's face. You can't afford to take a loss like that, especially on calls that normally work.
All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Throw is caught. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush a passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. The tight end going in motion right. Jackson now, third and long. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. So third and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here we go, second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
16 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. It's a chip shot, this one straight ahead. Oops, knocks it through. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So entering the locker room's got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. To return, Jerome Ford. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Gabriel's going to throw it. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Gabriel. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now. Ford straight ahead. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Staying on the ground with Ford. And he cuts it back right. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
This time it's a passing play. Finds a man right side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw. 3rd and long. And he's going to score a touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
Okay, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I sinking first down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game.
Round 7.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Ali to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And the work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Likely's got it right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He'll hang on to it on the 2nd down option. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Past the 1st, inside the 30. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
6 yards.
That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
A draw now. This is Henry. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This is Henry on 2nd. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can eat up space when the lanes are open. A little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Now they send their back in motion right. Now Jackson on 3rd down. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Round 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Browns getting their offense out there. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, Gabriel. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
What a great opportunity for him. You can almost feel that bounce in his step. Facing the southpaw, and he gets to rush the blind side. Anytime he beats that right tackle, it just comes down to his closing speed and his finishing ability at the quarterback.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Gabriel setting up to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long, it's Gabriel. Gets everything he has under this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
We see the Ravens making their way out now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Out of the gun, Henry. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. First call here coming from the shotgun. Gabriel here from the gun. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Gabriel to the air now. He's going to keep it this time. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play, and that gives the Browns a first.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. The throw now. Here's Gabriel. Got him in. It's Njoku. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Steps up, and he's running with it. It's a 6-yard gain that sets up 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Gabriel now. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the
1. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Ford does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a 3rd down at your own 1. Yikes.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal. Here's Gabriel. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
this is Schmidt for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns cut the lead down to 10.
Browns 14.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And even after giving up the late touchdown, Brock, still a 2-score game, so you should expect them to be in that victory formation in just a few moments.
You should, but, you know, I just picture Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, the greats in this game, right, over the last few decades. You know, they grinded down every second, never took anything for granted. You got to finish it all the way down to double zeros.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They'll start this series with an option left. We'll call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at second down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Henry running left. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd down here. Need 8 on the play. They send a tight end in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. This one's to Andrews outright. That's a first down for the Ravens, partner. And that should all but do it here. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. Lining up to take a knee on second down. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit